Hey everybody, welcome back to Darvanalee Designs Studio. For those that don't know, my name's Nicole Reed and today we're here to do a little bit of stitching. We're going to be stitching on the Iced Coffee Cafe in the Snow Village charts. So let's get started. Good morning or good evening everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I do a little bit of stitching. Look at me go, 4 weeks in a row. How's that for productivity? All right, so we are going to be doing some, you guessed it, more white. I'm going to spend a little bit of time with you today, get some more stitches in. I'm actually just going to move this a little bit, so I do apologize if that's making you a little bit sick. But anyway, we are going to move that across so I can see it a little bit better. We're going to be working on some white, and last week when I left you, we're up in this part of the house up here. So we're going to do that. And then basically, once I've finished doing the white up here, then we'll start to add some colour in. So I do promise that you're going to see some colour come into this chart. I'm like, I feel your pain, I really do, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm still here at white. I've just been incredibly busy and have not had any time to put any stitches into this. So yeah, there's that. I do have my coffee. Let me know in the comments what you are working on today. Need a sip of coffee, and I'd just like to say hello to all my Patreons because you've had early access to this, so welcome, and to everybody else that is on the channel, welcome. Thank you for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. So what have I been doing this week? I actually have just been trying to acclimatise to the cold because this week has seen our temperatures drop down just a tad. It's been down into the single digits overnight. We haven't got quite down to zero yet, but it has been a little bit of a culture shock because we've had rain and stuff, but it's still been like warm days and whatnot in the past, and then all of a sudden someone turned the aircon on, and it's a bit chilly, but you know, I'm getting used to it and all. We'll get there in the end. Excuse me. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a culture shock. Before we know it, it'll be hot again anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Just a little bit tricky to get up and get moving in the mornings and stuff like that. So you can probably hear the heater in the background because it is, it's not too early, but it's starting to warm up a little bit, and I could get up and move around. I don't do well with the cold. I really don't. I get like I just can't get out of bed basically. All right, let me just move this up a little bit. It's going to look a bit weird for a moment because I cannot get my hand under there the way it is. Now there is some lawn mowing happening in the neighborhood, so I do apologize if you can hear that. There's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. So yeah, I didn't want to start there. I wanted to go down a little bit. We're doing a waist knot, Nicole. Like, let's get with the program, shall we? All right, so we're going to go up and then back down. Yeah, so basically I've just had a little bit of trouble getting a bit warm and all that sort of stuff. So all the winter woolies have come out. I've got out and checked all the heaters and all that sort of stuff because we have a little heater that works in our bathroom to warm us up because my house is incredibly cold because it's built for summer, not built for winter, and we have tiled floors throughout. So I'm thinking that on the weekend, I'm not too sure if Savannah's coming up on the weekend. If she's not, I might actually just go down and visit her for the day and go and get a haul runner for my haul. Basically, so that way it's not so cold. It'll just alleviate some of that chill because I've got a hallway from my bedroom through to the kitchen and the bathroom. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the days of old and get some rugs out and put them down on the old floors because, yeah, I don't want to pay the exuberant electricity prices that we've got happening in this country at the moment. I'm just not down for that. So I've put the heater on. It's been on for 2 hours at the moment out here, and it's just starting to get warm down because it's quite a large area and it's only like a it's a little aircon, but it's because it was cold, it takes a little while to heat it up out here. So I'm probably going to turn it off once I'm finished this video, and then I'll be right for the rest of the day. I'll just have my jacket on and do a bit of layering and stuff like that. It's just not cold enough to have the heater on all day. So and Brendan did get me last year, got me these little oil heaters that just take the chill off the air. And the other day it was really cold in the lounge room, and I thought, I wonder, because the lounge room's not overly big, but it's got really high ceilings, like it's got 12-foot ceilings. So I'm like, I wonder. And yeah, I put it on, and it was on for, I think I had it on for 3 hours. Overall, like I put it on and then I was still doing stuff, and then I came in and I left it on for about, I don't know, about half an hour when I was sitting in the lounge room, and it definitely, like, you could feel the temperature change. Like, it wasn't toasty warm like I had a fire or a heater flat out going, but it was enough to take the chill off the air. And that's all I need sometimes, because most times I will sit on the couch under a blanket or a quilt or whatever's there for me to grab hold of. I will snuggle under that and have socks on, and I like to have my woolen jackets and stuff and cardigans on and whatnot, and I just feel cozy that way. Whereas with the heater, I find that, and some of you might find this too, my hands and my skin feels really dry and flaky. And right now I've not got any eczema happening. I've got a little bit of dryness, but I've got no eczema or anything happening, which is great. Well, I don't get eczema. I think it's like a dermatitis, and I get it from like just general housework stuff. But if it's really cold, my hands get really scaly. In fact, my whole body gets very scaly just because of the cold air and whatnot. But right now they're actually doing really good. My hands don't feel sore. They get really sore on my fingertips and stuff because they get so dry. And so yeah, so if I can avoid having the heater on and I can just use that little oil heater, well, I'll be down for that, because if that's just going to take the chill off, I'm really down for that. So have I created a bigger disaster here? Probably. Oh no, we got it out. Look at that. Sometimes they just don't come out, eh? So, yeah, so I thought, well, that's good, because that's on a timer, so I can just, and we got another 2 that were on special. They were cleaning them out down at Bunnings at the end of last season, and they were $10 each. They're normally like $80, and they had them for $10 each, because they were I think they were the last 3 we got. Like it was an end of season run out, and I just said to Brendan, I said, grab them and I'll just put them aside in the storage room, and then that way, if the girls need one, like if Savannah needs one, but she's fine where she is on that, but if Nera-Lee needs one, she can have one there, take home with her when she moves out. And because she's got a reverse cycle air conditioning in her room, which I hate the fact that she runs it all the time, but what can you do? So yeah, at least then, because they don't use much, because I know that Brendan and I were using them, and like when I first met him, he was using them, and they just take the heat off, and they don't use a lot of electricity. And then there's all those heated throws that you can get as well, which only use as much as a light bulb. So I'm just going to get myself one of them, because I actually really, like, as much as I hate the cold, I actually don't like heaters. I would prefer to have that oil heater, but not a heater that blows out hot air like the one I've got here is doing. So yeah, so basically, if it means that I can come out here, put the reverse cycle aircon on for 2 hours, get it warmed up, and then have, in the middle of winter, just rug up, I'm fine. Because yeah, and it's only going to be really, because I've got my scheduling and everything down pat now, where on every Tuesday is when I film. So I film and Wednesday mornings. So basically, because the rest of the time I'm doing stuff online, or I've got things outside the house and stuff like that. So yeah, so I've been making sure that I get all my filming and stuff done every Tuesday. So, and sometimes I've got to do some on Thursdays and stuff like that if it's like a big week. But for the most part, I'm pretty good. I can get most of it done and whatnot. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just going willy-nilly. yeah, so I'm just trying to cut back on the heating and all that sort of stuff. And I mean, realistically, my power should drop right down to next to nothing once Neralee's not living here, because she uses her aircon and that in her room, because she's on the western side of the house and it gets quite hot in there, and I do not begrudge her for that, because my room's on the western side too and it gets hot in my room. So yeah, so I'm hoping that I can at least cut it down by half, because I'm only ever out here, and like, yeah, I've got my sewing machines and my quilting machine going, but they do not use much power at all. So I'm pretty okay with that. So yeah, I'll see how we go. I will know a difference once Neralee moves out and she's been gone for like a couple of months. I'll know how much I've saved and stuff. And she is moving out when summer comes, so it does get hot here, and I do run the aircon during summer, so because it just gets really hot. And it's there because my machine's right near the aircon too, because my quilt machine, if it gets too hot in summer and it gets to a certain temperature, the Q-bot will cut out, and it's just like a safety thing. It gets to a certain temperature, environment temperature, and it just cuts out. So we've got the aircon down that end, so it blows and keeps that end really cool. So yeah, but in saying that, I think I'm going to go back to how I was doing it a few summers ago. I'd get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, have my cuppa, come out here, film in the cool of the day, and then work in the cool of the night. So yeah, I may end up doing something along those lines in summer as well. Just going to work it a little bit better. I'm sick of giving all my money to electricity companies. Can you tell I'm a little bit miffed about it? I just got a bill and it was huge. Like, for a month it was huge. So, and we've been slowly like getting rid of all the we have gas hot water now. We've just put the gas stovetop in, so we've just got to get all that fitted up in the kitchen. So I've got a nice big cooktop there, but I want to put some new countertops in the kitchen. So I said to Brennan, we'll just wait before. I've got a little electric hot plate that I use, and I do a lot of stir fries and soups and stuff like that in winter, so I only need that, and I've been using that for quite some time now anyway. So yeah, so I just said to him, we'll wait because I want to get some countertops. And so yeah, we're just replacing a few things just to freshen the place up a bit and whatnot. So once all that's sort of in, then we'll once the gas and everything is ready to go, I'll get the countertops at the same time, and then it'll be ready to go all in one hit. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. That is the plan. So I'm just getting to the point now where I feel like I could take my jacket off, so that's where I'm going to turn the heater off. So yeah, by the time I finish this little section, I'll stitch this little stitch along with you. Stitch with me is the word I'm looking for. Words today. So let me know what you're working on in the comments down below. Did you buy anything new this week? Did we get any haul or anything like that? Always up to go and investigate. Let me know the name of the chart and all that sort of stuff. I'm not buying anything at the moment, but there's nothing wrong with putting it on a wish list. I've been doing that with a lot of my books lately as well, and then just trying to find them secondhand when I can. I don't care if I read them when they come out or when that's 10 years later. I don't care. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I do a little bit of window shopping, and believe it or not, it's actually really helping with my spending because I haven't had any desire to go out or like to go out on a spending spree or anything like that. The only thing I really want to go out and get right now is a rug for the tiles. I think the older I'm getting, the more I'm feeling the cold as well. Like, even because it makes the environment in the lounge room and the kitchen and everything, like the kitchen always warms up, really quickly. Like a lot of time in winter, I'll sit out on the back porch where the sun is and heat up that way and whatnot. But the house just takes a long time to heat up. So I think if I have the rugs there, it'll hold a little bit of heat and also repel some of that cold air coming up through the floor. Like, because I'm up off the ground, so the cold air goes underneath the house and then cools the, basically keeps the coolness in the house because the cold air has been trapped under the house. So yeah, there's that. I don't know. It's just the thing I thought about today. So, have you got any sort of plans for this week? Are you aiming to finish anything this week? I'm always interested to know what people have got on the table ready for finishing. It's always nice to hear about people getting finishes, because I certainly do not get things finished, as we're well aware. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that, right? So yeah. But I'm pretty happy with myself. Like, I have not felt like stitching at all, and I'm not even looking at my whips or anything like that, because I don't feel like stitching. But each week I feel like I want to stitch on this and do the little video for you, and I'm not feeling obligated to do the video. I'm just doing the video. So yeah, so I'm pretty chuffed that I'm wanting to do this, and I think too because this is so close to a finish as well. So I mean, we've only got this house and then another 2 little charts to do, so who knows. And you know, like in July I'm going to be away for a week, so I'm going to get a week's worth of stitching in, so that might inspire the little stitchy bug to come back a bit, or it could exhaust me completely, who knows. So yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm going to take. Like I don't know what to take. I'm going to have to really sit down and think about it. I know I'm going to take my pina colada because I'm on a cruise, so I might get some stitches into that. And so I know I'm going to take that, and I will probably take, I don't know, because I don't want to have to take all my gear either. Like, I don't want to have to take pattern keeper. I don't want to, so I don't want to take a height. I definitely don't want to do that. I'm thinking that I'm just going to take some of my smaller stuff so I can just fit it in this. So 1 bag, couple of stitches, and that. So pina colada will fit in this hoop. And there's a couple other little ones that I've got that are not overly big that I could probably do as well. Maybe take some that are pretty close to a finish and try and knock off some of my finishes as well. I might take a big piece, but I might stitch that in hand on that, because that's always easy to do when you're on a, you know, out and about with people. So all right, let's get rid of some of these waist knots. These ones can stay down there, they're fine, because we're going to cover them up. All right, look at that. We've got our little, there's 130 stitches in that, believe it or not. Oh, so yeah. All right, let me pull up the chart and see what we've got, colours we've got to do. Oh, I do have to go and do the house top, but you know what? I might just leave that for now. No, actually, I'm just going to go with that. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more on this. Let me just get that. Did that? No, that did not come all the way through. All right, let's get all the white done, shall we? All right, so I just got to trim this and rethread it, and then we'll start on the roof of the house. And I will have to put that in front of me because it has a pitch, and I will probably mess that up if I'm not careful. So let me sit that right there where I can see it, and you cannot. No, you cannot see that. That's good. All right, let me just go and count. All right, we've got to go across 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then up 1 more, and then that should be right. So let me just count that again. So cross 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's it. Yay. That's always the nerve-wracking part, don't you agree? Like, so yeah, I am trying to get in the right hole will be good. So I'm just going to basically build this up as we go, and then get that pitch right, and then I will do the second leg of the cross. And I've just got to get the stitching right, so it's not gonna, there we go, that's it, there we go. We'll have to cross off as I go because I can see me miscounting for sure, and I've still got the banner to do up here as well, so we've got to get onto that as well. But I think getting all the white out of the way is going to really help me progress pretty quickly, because realistically the outline, that's gonna, like, it's just gonna be filling in basically, because I'll have the outline of the house done, and yeah, so that's gonna really help with just doing the block color and just getting everything done. So it should move quick after I get all this part of the house done, and whatnot. So yeah, and you guys will be going, thank goodness we don't have to look at any more white for a while. We've got some color happening. It's always nice to have color happening. I like it when you've got something like this, when you can just do the half leg and you can travel, and it feels like you're accomplishing a lot really quickly, even though you haven't done that second leg. It just feels like it's all coming together. If I had my time, oh, what was that maneuver that I just did? If I had my time over again doing this chart, I would definitely use a sulky 12 weight, because just having the 2 strands of white and working with so much white is quite tiresome. So yeah, I definitely would prefer to just use the 12 weight sulky. It sort of makes more sense to me to do that. So yeah. All right, I need a sip of coffee. If you're sitting at home, make sure you have a drink of whatever beverage you've got going on right now. I've got coffee. So yeah, I just have something playing in the background, so I better pause that before it ends up coming through on the camera. The coffee's good. Like a good cup of coffee. Let me know what you were drinking while you're watching. It's always interesting to know what time of the day it is. You can usually tell by the beverages that pop up and whatnot. So as you probably would have noticed, we have been doing, my pencil's not in there. Do I have one over here? I have a broken one. That's not going to help me. Let me just sharpen that. We have been doing some live streams on the channel. So they have been productivity sprints, that we call them, crafting productivity sprints. So what that means is that we come together on a Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. This pencil does not want to sharpen. At 9 o'clock, and yeah, basically we have a bit of a chit chat, and then we do a bit of crafting for 45 minutes, goes quiet, and we focus, and then we just cruise basically. All right, let me just count this. Right, now let's have a look how many I've got down here. We will not use the lead pencil, Nicole, because that will just be silly. Oh, look at that, stop, and only 3 more to go. Yeah, so we basically, what we do is, as I said, we chat for a bit in the comments. We talk about what we're working on. You can ask questions, all that sort of stuff, and then we go quiet for 45 minutes, and we hyper focus on what we're working on. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, just so I don't mess that up. So yeah, and then we hyper focus on our craft, and we then come back after 45 minutes when the timer finishes, and we have another little bit of a chin wag that can go for 15-20 minutes, and then we do that over and over again for about 3 or 4 hours, and then by the end of it we've got a whole heap done. So if you've been watching my quilt tube, you would have seen that what the things that I got done, because I do add a little bit of that from the live stream in, because it's the stuff that I've worked on during the week, and not everybody watches the live streams, so I do slip that stuff in as well. And then that way, let me just see what we're doing here. We've got 3 going across here. All right. Sorry, I just have to make sure that I've got the right things happening here, because I do not want to have to unpick this. All right. So yeah, and we do that for a couple of hours, and we get a lot of stuff done. So that is what we've been doing in the last couple of weeks. Why does that not look right? Oh no, that doesn't look right for some reason. Let me just pull that out. Getting close to the end of my thread here. I don't fight with it. I just, like, it's $1.25 or $1.50 or whatever for my floss. I'm not going to fight with it. If I waste a little bit, I waste a little bit. For those that don't like that, well, I'm sorry. I just don't like to fight with it. I'm not into playing thread chicken. I rather enjoy my crafts than have to deal with that sort of stuff. All right, let me just do some full crosses here so I know that I'm in the right spot. Yeah, okay, so that is the center. Yep, that's the center. Okay. It just looks weird because I'm going on a different angle. Let me just cross those ones off. I do not want to unpick this, so I do not want to get it wrong. Alright. Okay, I think I got it now. We'll see, right? I'll get to the bottom and go, dang it. I've done it wrong. Looks right now. I don't know, it just looked weird with just the one leg. It's just because it's going at a different angle, right? That's all it is, Nicole. It's not that you've done it wrong, it's just going at a different angle. So yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. It's starting to slip out of the needle. I'm just not into it. I'm just not into that. All right, let's put this up a little bit. So, what was I saying? I can't even remember what I was saying now. Oh, going on the cruise and working on my whips and stuff, wasn't I? Got sidetracked by this. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping that that'll bring back my mojo. I'm thinking that I might take a Halloween piece, and I might take a sampler as well, because they're pretty easy to do in hand. And yeah, so I think I might do that and see how we go, and take some little, you know, little ones that I can get finished and stuff on the cruise as well. So I think that that is going to be my plan. Oh, I'm so excited to get getting the roof done. So happy it's going together. Well, that done my head in trying to count, make sure I got it on the right spot and all the rest of it. I do have to get some more white floss because I'm almost out. This is my last strand. I think I might have to have a look at getting some of that. I'll send Savannah to get some, because I am actually out of that, which is a bit of a bummer. But all is good, it will get done. I do have some Cosmo here that I probably could match up, which is similar to the blank, because this was blank. So I don't know why I've run out of white, because this was a kit. So either they didn't send enough white, or I've lost a skein of white somewhere, which is possible. Very possible. Oh, got stuck on the edge of the fabric. Like, these are fun little charts to do. I'm really liking the fact that I've done it in one piece though. Like, even though it's like taken me ages to get this done, I feel like I'm really accomplished some stuff, you know. Like, once I'm finished, that's like 11, 12 charts or whatever it is, 11 charts that I've got done. So, you know, that's a good thing. Like, that would have been 11 little mini, like, I have a mini finish as I go along. Let me just count this. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just I keep getting a different spot every time. What the heck was that? Dear me, it's one of those mornings trying to count, eh? But yeah, I am looking forward to getting away. I haven't been away for like a week for ages. Like, I've gone down to Mia and stuff like that, but I haven't gone away, and it's just been me and whatnot. So I mean, I'm going with other people, but you know, just me and nobody else. Let me just put this needle in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. That's where I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. There is where I counted to. Just put that in there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. No point in counting again and again and again, right? Might as well use our little bits and pieces to see where they are, like where we're up to. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking when we're putting these little, going on an angle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, just making sure I've got 6 today. Actually, you know what? I think I might take Huckleberry Farm. I have not worked on that for ages, and I would love to put some stitches into that. 6. Alright. We are now at the end of the house. And now I'm just going to double check that I am in the right spot before we move on. So, let me just bring this up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fourth one down. Yay! We're in the right spot. 5. Yep. Yes. Yes. Love it when a plan comes together. All right, we can take that one out now, and then we can go back up. Awesome, awesome. Love it when a plan comes together. All right, I just hooked up. I just got a couple of stragglers here. Get rid of those. All right, they're gone. I'm just getting caught up on my jacket there. Going to be doing some hand stitching today on some wool felt rambles. That is a Patreon whip and chat that I do, but I've released the ones from last year onto the channel, so you'll be able to see those now. You can see the progress of that, and so I don't know where, like, it could be another 5, 6 months before I release any more, because I'd like to get a little bit of a build up of those, and then they go out. And of course, you know, they've got stuff that's happening that Patreon gets to see and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. So yeah, I just, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. Oh, this has gone nice and quick this morning, so I'll probably stitch with you until I'm finished the pitch of the house, and then I think there's only a little bit of white to do down here in the door, but I'll probably just leave that until I'm down at the door again. Yeah, there's just a square that I need to do. Last time I did that, I messed it up, so I'm going to wait until I've actually got the door in place, because otherwise I will probably not do very well with that either. And I do not want to frog anything out, so there's that. Always goes nice and quick. Let me do this. Got a lot of filming to do today, so as you're watching this, I'll probably still be filming, because I've sort of, today I need to make sure that I get everything filmed and edited. So I'm basically filming, editing the video, exporting it to where it needs to go. Yeah, so it's a bit of a process happening today. It's going to be a big day. Most of the stuff is off cam, like I'm not on the camera, so I can just be in comfortable clothes and all that sort of stuff, and then any of the intros and all that sort of stuff I'll end up doing in the morning, because I'll be fresh faced and not so tired, and I'll be able to string a sentence together, because this becomes a problem. The more you film during the day, the harder it is to string a sentence together. So there's that. So yeah, it's definitely a pitfall of the mass filming and stuff like that, but it's good because it gets me ahead, and I can relax a little bit then, you know, like on a Tuesday I just get as much filming as I can get done, and then on Wednesday mornings, as I said, I just sort of like Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursdays are the days when I'm doing stuff other than filming. So like, I mean, filming and other stuff. So on Tuesdays I try to do all of the filming I can, and then on Wednesday mornings, if I've got to do intros or outros, then I'll do those, and then basically that means that I can then prepare for the next day's stuff. So I usually always start, if I've got a tutorial to do, I'll always start with that, because tutorials are not the easiest thing to do. And so if I don't want to make a lot of mistakes, psychologically I have to do it in the morning. Otherwise I can't string a sentence together as the day's going on. And so I always basically try to do that as soon as possible, and I'm usually like a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead with tutorials. So something that you might be seeing this week, I probably filmed 2 or 3 weeks ago. Right now I'm not ahead with my tutorials because I haven't been doing any tutorials as such, because I've had a little bit of burnout, and I've just had to take that time to get myself back on track. Part of getting back on track today, once I'm finished doing all my filming and editing, is sitting down and just planning out some stuff of what I want to do. Like, I know what I'm doing in Patreon, but for the channel, I don't know what I'm doing right now. So I still feel like I'm not ready to come back to do tutorials. So I think just doing a little bit of planning and getting some things together and all that sort of stuff, so when I am ready, I can just pick up a bag and go, right, this is what we're making, and all that sort of stuff. Because I was talking to, like, I'm really good at like getting systems into place and stuff like that a lot of times, but sometimes I hit a wall. Like, I don't have anybody here to get me over the wall. Like, I can get other people over the wall, and I mean, God love him, but Brendan just doesn't have the ability. He's just like, well, just do it. I'm like, yeah, if it was just do it, I would have just done it. That's pretty much how that conversation went. That's not even an exaggeration. That was pretty much the tone we used on each other. So, it sounds terrible, right? But that's our love language. We know we're not being mean to one another. We're very sarcastic and very dry wit and whatnot. So a lot of people would hear that and go, gee, they love each other. But we do. Like, we'd do anything for each other. Like, I would kill for Brendan. Luckily, he's not that way inclined. Doesn't need me to do that. So yeah, and but anyway, if you've seen Brendan on his videos, you'll understand why our language is like that. Anyway, so yeah, so I don't have anybody here to get me through that. So I now have systems in place for me. So I like done a thing like where I've got on my computer screen is open to my list that I've got to get to do and all that sort of stuff. I have certain times that I'm allowed to go out, like I allow myself for a break, like a lunch break and all that sort of stuff, where I can, you know, go sit down, watch TV or whatever. I'll get on social media. I try to avoid social media during the day. I don't usually do that, like maybe over my morning coffee or mostly in the afternoon. So yeah, and so I've been trying to put some systems in place, and I think I've got a system in place now that's going to work for me. So when I lose track, it'll help me get back on track, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I'm hoping that this will help me. So part of that first step is to sit down and do some fall planning and all that sort of stuff. So I've got a calendar up, and I've got an ideas board as well, so I'm chucking ideas onto things. And when I say ideas board, that's a piece of paper on my desk. Then I'll transfer it. There is a little bit of double handling and whatnot, but that works for me, because if I write it down, I remember it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is in the center. Looks a little bit skewy because I think my cloth is in a little bit wonky. Well, it is, yeah, because this doesn't look square at all. Oh, look at that! Look at that! So yeah, I've got a few systems in place that you know, I think are going to help me, and so thus far they are definitely helping me get to where I need to go. And that's basically right now, that's all I need. I just need to be able to get to where I need to go, and that is to get back into the swing of things and all that sort of stuff. So sorry about the rummaging, but I'm just getting some thread out. Oh look, I just found some more white. Awesome. I thought I had another skein in here. I must have used them all. I don't know. Maybe I took one out. I might have done that. I'll go and check Farmhouse Christmas. It's probably got it in there. Probably taken it from there to there. Wouldn't surprise me. I have done that before. So yeah, so I've just got some systems in place that I, you know, want to help myself keep on track and all that sort of stuff, so I can keep bringing the content to you and all that sort of stuff. And I really appreciate all the people that have been super patient and whatnot. Like, I've been doing these sort of things because these have been quite easy, and well, they're not easy. I've still got to set up and do all the things and talk and make sure that I'm on track and all that sort of stuff. But you know, I'm talking tutorials here. Like, I do want to get back to them. People tell me all the time how much they enjoy my tutorials and whatnot. So I'd like to get back to them. I honestly just have not been feeling motivated to do that lately. So I'm hoping, upon all hope, that having these little systems that I've got, they're nothing like to write home about. They're just little things that I think will work for me. And just switching things up a little bit. So I'm planning to, as I said, I've got a piece of paper at the moment that I'm jotting little ideas down and all that sort of stuff. So after I've done all the things that I've got to do here today, I am then basically going to do some research and jotting down and just doing up a board and whatnot on my computer as well to get everything in. And then I will probably spend the next month or so actually just planning, making sure I've got patterns drawn up and measurements and all that sort of stuff, and do all the planning bits and pieces. I've got to go down and get some Ziploc bags and get fabric cut for each of the projects, label them, and all that sort of stuff. And then I'm going to have a box, like, you know, those clear plastic boxes, like my whip boxes, but a bit bigger, that sits under the table, and that will just have stuff to do tutorials in it. And so that means that I will just, you know, whatever's happening that week, I'm just going to open it up, dip my hand in, and whatever comes out, that's what I'm making. So yeah, and then I will spend like that. I will block out a time period, and then just start doing, like, every Tuesday. As I said, I work the filming on a Tuesday. I will just every Tuesday try and get 1 or 2 tutorials done, and then eventually I'll start to get a stockpile. And also, you know, maybe on like if it's a really yucky weekend and no one's here, I can always, you know, work a weekend and just do nothing but tutorials for the weekend. or if it's a really quick tutorial, I might be able to wake up on a, you know, on a Wednesday morning and just go, you know what, I can do a tutorial here, I can film it. I don't necessarily have to edit, but as long as I've got it filmed, it's going to be okay. So if you are a sewer and you like seeing my tutorials and stuff like that, I would be greatly appreciative if you dropped a comment down below and let me know what sort of thing you'd like to see. You know, obviously, you know what my scope of expertise is, and also what I'm capable of, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you on some of the things that you'd like to see, and all that sort of stuff. And I am doing bag tutorials, but I'm doing them on Patreon, and so I'm still in two minds whether I'm actually going to release them to the public channel. So if that is something that you'd like to see and all that sort of stuff, come on over to Patreon and check out our tiers and join the relevant tier. The lowest one is not where you get the bag tutorials, so just saying that. I think it's $10 is where we start doing the bag tutorials a month, so it's the equivalent of 2 cups of coffee. And whatnot, and there's already bag tutorials over there, so you'll be able to go and see what I've already got on offer. And yeah, all right. Look at me going, getting some colour in. See, I had to stick around and do some colour for you. I did say I was going to stop after I did the white, but you know what? Even I needed some colour in this one. So yeah, we're getting close to a finish, and I love that there's people that have been watching this and they're like, I just love seeing this come together. So I'm sorry it's taken me so long. I mean, I'd love to be that person that can just sit down and stitch all the time, but yeah, I can't do that. Unfortunately, the ladies that drop their quilts off here would be most disgruntled. I'm finally catching up on my quilts. I mean, I'm always behind with the quilts. Like, there's always a queue and whatnot, but I'm finally catching up. I'm finally putting my friends' quilt that I've had here forever and a day into the machine. So I had a few more because I had to get backing off her and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, so I had a few more come in and knocked her down the queue a bit. So and then there was a couple of weeks there that I didn't do any quilting because I was feeling pretty poorly and just wasn't up to it. So it's finally to the stage where I will be putting that into the machine in the next few days. So, Leanne, your quilt's on its way. Well, maybe not on its way. It's getting quilted and whatnot. So, yeah. But, it's, yeah. So, I as I said, I'd love to be that person that sits here and just, you know, stitches all day, every day, and all that sort of stuff, but I just can't do it. Not only that, my seat's really uncomfortable, stops me from doing it as well. But we are getting this. I actually might leave this conversation for another video. I've got a little bit of chit chat about the library and what's happening with that, so a little bit of an update for you. All right, I'm going to finish off this red bit, but I am going to wrap up this video. So if you've been here before, you know what to do. Like the video, share with your friends, let everybody know that I'm back, and they can come over for their weekly fix of stitching and whatnot. And if you're new here and you've yet to subscribe, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, if you like what you see, everybody, come on over to Patreon and join our Patreon, and you get some extra benefits over there. We've got block of the month, handbags and bags, not just handbags, but bags, and we have other tutorials and that from time to time as well. And yeah, so come on over and check a few things out, and hopefully you'll like it, and you'll sign up. There's something there for everybody. You can also join our bag of the month club as well, which is you get all the things that are on the tiers, and then plus a handmade bag from me, and that is open globally right now. That may be changing in the near future, so if you would like to be a part of that, head on over and yeah, and join the Patreon, and you can get a beautiful handmade bag for the top level. All right, that is it from me today. We've made some good progress today. I'm pretty happy with our progress. We've got some color, yay. But I am going to head off for today. I've got a few more videos to film. As I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And as always, keep crafting, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.